Hey everybody, Tippo here with another video regarding impellers and how important they are to the overall performance of the Sea-Doo Spark jet skis. Now I just wanted to go over what's important with this and kind of what difference makes between this and tuning and water boxes and everything involved with speed, acceleration, and what I like to call umph. Now the Sea-Doo Spark, once again, can't stress this enough, is not a ski built for top speed. It is not a ski built for what we like to refer to, my friends and I, is a floating couch on the water. If you want a ski that just goes really fast, or if you want a ski that is super comfortable to drive on the water over long periods and long distances, then this is not the ski for you. That is just the disclaimer I'd like to say before kind of delving into what this ski is capable of and what mainly this video is about, which is impellers. Now, the impellers from Impros, as you can see in the video here, are probably the most usable impellers ever. Now, here's the Solas impeller. These impellers were kind of designed just for acceleration and that umph out of the water. Now, these skis, being as light as they are, tend to be incredibly maneuverable and trick happy rather than speed demons because of the weight again, and also because of the fact that they just work better as a trick ski. The plastic helps with the weight and everything like that. What it doesn't help with is top speed. So again, can't stress that enough. Okay, now getting into the Solas props. The difference between the Solas and the Skat-Trak is kind of important. I tried multiple skis before I ended up going with the Solas. I ended up trying the 1217 and I wasn't impressed. And I'd never tried the Skat-Trak, but I read on the Green Hulk forums that it's not really desired until I actually got out and tested one. So the Skat-Trak, which is right here, this is actually from the Green Hulk forums. They're sponsored, I guess, by the For Tech Performance, which is this website. The Skat-Trak 1214, 1217, and there's a few others. Were one of the two most popular ones out there. So again, you have the Solas right here. It's Solas SK CD Concord with the different sizes, and the Skat-Trak with this size in particular, but you can get the other ones. Anyways, so going over this, the best thing to do would be to try which ones and which ones you feel are better. The second thing to do would be to read on the forums to see what and who came up with what kind of speeds based off of this and actual times. I don't have any videos with any actual speed or times, but what I do have is real world experience with it and the actual feel. That's the only thing I can explain to you. The difference is really the feel of the two. Okay, so getting into it, I went and I visited a guy who had a jet ski. I was a 2016 Sea-Doo Spark, and it had a water box upgrade, a 110 tune upgrade, and it also had a Skat-Trak 1217 impeller. Now, luckily, I was able to try a Sea-Doo Spark with a 1217 Solas before that. When I got on this ski, I don't know if it was installed incorrectly, but this guy literally worked for a marina, and the marina worked on jet skis and boats. So I got to be able to, at least think that this guy was competent. So I went to his dock, got on the ski, and I was going to purchase the ski as a second one, as opposed to getting a new one. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I bought a new one. Unfortunately, I had to pay full price pretty much for it, other than the dealer discounts. But anyways, so I went on the dock, I got on the ski, and it was upgraded heavily. You could tell by the water box was very loud. You could also tell that it had a stainless steel wear ring. You could also tell that it had an upgraded impeller. And what he explained and had the receipts for were the Skat-Trak. So I got on the ski, went in the water, booked it probably a couple I would say for probably about 20 minutes on the ski, because I was going to purchase it, and I'm not going to do small amounts of testing with this thing. So I was on the ski for quite some time. I got on the water, I drove it, and this impeller actually cavitated a lot more than I was expecting. Now I felt it was might have been just the wear ring kind of worn out, but he claims, and it did look like it, it was only installed a couple months ago, and then judging by his paperwork, and it stated it was only about 3 months out. So it cavitated a lot, and it also didn't have that same the Solas 1217 did. So this is the 1214. Now, if I were to go to the Skat-Trak, judging by the price here, you see it's $290. If I were to go to with the Skat-Trak, it'd be the 1214. But after testing the Solas 1217, I can tell you for certain that it is a lot more friendly and also faster. And also, it's stainless and it even looks better. It's stamped on the thing, and it just felt better to me. It had a lot more oomph out of the water. It shot me out of the water a lot faster as a 1217. Okay, top speed wise, I can't say there was any difference between the Skat-Trak and the Solas. I think the skis are literally limited to how light they are, and also with the horsepower rating. The impeller is going to slightly improve it based on what pitch you have. I had the 1217. I was lucky able to try that one on both ones, and they both hit about 51 miles an hour. So one of them had a 110 tune, quote unquote. The other one had a 90 basic tune. They both were the same speed. So that I can't really get into too much detail over, other than my ski. Now, the one I would recommend actually is a custom not pitch. I'm sorry, a custom pitch. So I would choose the 1215. 1215 Impros makes this thing. They purposefully pitch it so it has the best of both worlds. You have the acceleration and the top speed. So instead of having the 1214 top speed or 1217 top speed or 1214 hole shot and the 1217 hole shot, you get the best of both worlds. You get the best hole shot and the fastest speed. Now with my 112 tune, I still believe it's a 112. People are saying it's a 110. With my 112 tune or 8500 RPM tune, which hits about 8350 to 8450 on the water tops. With the 1215, I hit about 56 to 57 miles an hour. On average, I hit about 53. On choppier water, I hit about 52. It depends really on how much stuck to the water you are. Now, this is off a 2016 Sea-Doo Spark with no VTS. So take that with what you want, but it porpoises a little bit, but if you know how to ride level, then you'll be able to get the most out of it. The only thing is when there's higher choppiness in the water, and when I say choppiness, I mean any chop, you're gonna get much lower speeds. But anyways, so if you're driving on the water and you are in perfect, I would say not waves, or it's just inducting into the a ride plate perfectly, you're going to hit about 57 with a 112 tune and a 1215. If I was on that other ski, there was no chop that day. I was hitting about 52 based off of my phone GPS, which leads me to believe that Skat-Trak just didn't have what this Solas 1215 had. Now, if you look at the price of it, too, $212. Impros does have custom pitch pricing. I believe if you check this out, it would actually increase the price $40 for the custom pitch, but Impros actually might make their own with Solas now. I'm not sure, but that's the last time I purchased it. Skat-Trak, I'm sure you can get a custom pitch from Tech Performance, but again, after my run-ins with Skat-Trak, I would say, I would just get the Solas based off of my experiences. Now, if this were to have a plastic wear ring, I think it actually would be better. It seats a little bit better. People are saying the metal wear rings are better, but I feel more comfortable with the plastic ones because if it breaks, you break the wear ring, you don't break the shaft or the impeller or the motor. So again, take that with what you want, but I felt like you had a better seat alongside of this too. The the Solas with my stainless inner wearing felt like it cavitated more. My Solas with my uh, stainless wearing also felt like it actually cavitated more than the stock uh, plastic wearing. And realistically, I've been on my ski for many hours and I've replaced one. And that was not even due to it breaking, just because I felt like it needed to be replaced. And again, it fired right out of the water. Uh, One day I hope to post a video side to side of how incredibly much faster the green ski is with the upgrades than the tricks themselves. However, I will probably be updating to this Solas 1215 pretty soon on the other ski without the tune, because realistically the difference between the tunes are about 200 RPMs, 300 on a good day. But what that might equate to is 2 to 3 miles an hour. Do I care about the actual top speed? No, I just care about how far it fires you out of the water. So yeah, it does need that prop. If I can find a tune or tune it myself for either for free or up to $100, then I would do it. Otherwise, I would not do it at all. So those are my thoughts on the impellers. Now, buying these impellers are pretty simple. You can see them. This one's stainless. It actually looks beautiful, whereas the Skat-Trak, you can see it. It's not stainless. It is stamped in there, and it doesn't quite even look as good. Again, that's nothing big, but I've just had more positive experiences with the Solas. Uh, I might try another Skat-Trak just to see what kind of difference it makes, but we'll see as time goes on. But the nice part about Impros is they can pitch this thing based off of what you want, and you can even see reduced cavitation, and that has been my experience with the Solas 1215. Hopefully that helps you guys out a little bit on your thoughts or what you would like to do. Um, Even on the right here, you could see the stainless wearings versus the replacement standard wearings. And by the way, you do need the spline tool to pull those. Anyways, hopefully this helps you out with your decisions on changing out the stock impeller, because I can't explain enough how much of a world of difference that actually makes. That is probably the biggest difference between the 90 horsepower stocker and the 112 horsepower not stocker. When I upgraded the tune, I didn't feel anything like the impeller itself. So that's kind of the first thing I would go to when it comes to upgrades. Beyond that, everything else is okay, I guess. I didn't like the upgraded water box for the simple fact that it was loud and it doesn't increase performance any from what I've seen. I would choose to keep it quiet, be respectful on the water, make sure you obey the rules but have fun at the same time. Uh, don't be that guy on the water. It really makes the people who ride PWCs disrespectful and disrespected amongst the communities on the water. So I hate to be that guy. I'm a hooligan, a little bit here and there, but within reason. And by hooligan, I mean kind of a show off. And you don't get these kind of skis without showing off. So as long as you're respected, people come up to you and they ask you what you think about it, and they love it. And I have gotten nothing but tons of looks on the Spark tricks. The regular tricks, I got a couple people giving me thumbs up, but the regular Spark, I got a couple people giving me thumbs up. But that Spark tricks, I tell you, when you have it up in the air and you're riding wheelies, people are staring at you. They're coming over asking you how I like it. It's really fun to kind of involve yourself with that. Anyways, yeah, I'm here to help. Impros is clearly here to help, and the Green Hulk forums up top, they're here to help too. So definitely do your research, and then I would suggest trying them yourselves if you have the ability. But those are my thoughts, and if you have any questions for me, leave me a comment below, and I'll help you out. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video.